Hello, you're listening to Pure Light, where we explore how you can believe in yourself and be happy with who you are. My name is Eiley. This is episode 15, and it's about how to receive compliments. Sometime in the last couple of weeks, I was with someone, and I can't remember the details now, but someone complimented this person, and it was very clear to me that this person was uncomfortable receiving a compliment. So I want to start off by asking you, when someone compliments you, how do you respond? What is your automatic reaction when someone says something nice about you? What does it feel like? And what does your mind start to say? So what is the internal dialogue that comes up? And then how do you respond to that person? Do you smile and say thank you? Or do you come up with some way of blocking them? Like when someone says your hair looks nice, do you respond with something like, well, it didn't quite turn out the way I wanted, but I guess it's okay. And yeah, thanks. I guess it looks kind of nice. Or if someone comments positively or congratulates you on how things are going at work, are you like, thanks, and excited about it? Or do you go into a story about how you're not quite where you want to be yet, but at least it's a step in the right direction and, eventually you'll be somewhere else? Or if someone says that, your outfit's nice, do you go into a story about how you were going to wear something else, but then there was an issue with the laundry or at the dry cleaners, so you pulled this old thing out of the closet and you haven't worn it in ages and you're just glad that the wrinkles got out? It's kind of amazing to notice how many ways we can block compliments when they show up in our lives. And it's kind of funny. I remember a couple years ago, so this was shortly after I started doing the coaching and yoga stuff, I got an email from this guy that I had gone to junior high with. His name's Kevin. I hadn't seen him since high school, so it had been probably close to 15 or 20 years since I had had any contact with this guy. And somehow he came across my website and sent me this email that was like, wow, what you're doing is amazing. And I'm so excited to see that you're doing this work. And my initial reaction to getting that email was like a bit of wow also, but then there was also this panic because it felt uncomfortable. It was like, well, I remember thinking, I'm not quite where I want to be in terms of doing this work. Yeah, I've started, but this isn't the full expression of what I want it to be. And anyway, I ended up replying and just basically saying like, thank you, I appreciate it. But my mind did go off a little bit into this, I'm not quite where I want to be. And so here's the thing about compliments. Your ability to receive compliments is a reflection of your beliefs as to whether or not they're true. And the automatic reactions that happen in the mind can often get in the way of receiving a compliment because the mind starts to look at all the reasons that this can't possibly be true and comes up with, rationalizations for reasons that this should not be accepted. And this is honestly such a great example of why you don't need to believe everything you think. You don't need to believe your thoughts because other people have a totally different perspective of you that you can't possibly see because it isn't wrapped up in stories related to the past or things that haven't yet come to be. They see you as you are right now in a way that's free of the mental chatter that's going on in your mind. So you don't necessarily need to believe a compliment in order to receive it well, but you do need to be willing to suspend your judgment that you are unworthy of receiving it for whatever reason. And in my experience, the easiest way to do this is to consider the compliment as energy, instead of looking at it as something that's a fact that's true or false. So you don't necessarily need to agree or disagree with it in order to receive it well. You just have to be willing to receive the positive intention and the positive attention from the person who's giving it to you. So you can almost think of it like sunshine in the spring after a long winter. So I'm just going to enjoy this and bask in it. And even if it doesn't last long, and even if it's not supposed to be sunny right now, it wasn't in the forecast, I'm going to take it in anyway. So just to recap, you don't have to reject compliments that you don't believe. Even if your mind is going nuts with the reasons that you don't deserve it or can't believe it, you can just take in the positive energy behind it. And because you're taking in that positive energy, you can honestly simply smile and say thank you. If you enjoyed this, please share it with someone else who finds it challenging to receive compliments. Thanks so much for listening. Until next time, may you be guided by your light.